Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode of our Crusader Wars Let's Play. This is the mod that allows you to play out the battles in Crusader Kings 3 in Total War Atilla. And not only that, we are also using the Lord of the Rings modifications of both games to go ahead and give us that epic Middle-earth experience. In the last episode, we finally managed to go ahead and claim a majority of Athilion. I was super happy about it. It was a hard-fought war and a war that basically took us to our knees. However, since then we have reformed the military. We are looking very, very nice on our men-at-arms, and we've got kind of the good units that translate into decent units over on the Total War battles. I've also gone ahead and renamed a ton more orcs. I'll put up the ones I did for this episode on your screen right now, and be sure to go ahead and keep giving me your names down below in the description. I recommend you always give me your names on the most recent episode. That way I'll be able to go back and just kind of check that one out and know what ones I've done and I haven't done. But the majority of the new orc names were in champions. You can see a lot of them right here aiding up, and hopefully you guys will appear in battle in my court, kind of providing me with some pretty interesting stuff. Personally, I love Chief Bacon the Sizzler. He's pretty goddamn cool with his 41 prowess as well, a knight worthy of Sauron. So this episode, what are we gonna do? I think the plan is probably to go ahead and strike south. I do want to go ahead and secure some of the southern land from Gondor. We can do that through a holy war or through some other forms of, events that do pop up. Realms of Exile is very event driven, so we might wait to see if anything does awry and then go ahead and do that. Basically, want to cut the Gondorians off from the right hand side of the Anduin, and then we can kind of look to maybe push in here and then start taking Osiliath and keep on kind of going closer and closer towards Minas Tirith. On top of that, I do also want to kind of launch my search for a ring. I imagine it must be happening soon, right? We must soon be going ahead and hunting down Frodo, trying to find him, because as soon as we do get Frodo and we do secure the ring, we're actually going to be able to put Sauron in charge of our armies, and then it is over for them. First things first, so we do have a pretty cool event here. We call the Golden King. So this is one of our Nazgul who are currently kind of commanding down here in the south, building our powers off into the east, and we're going to basically get him as a vassal, and that's going to be a pretty sizable improvement to our armies. An extra 6,000 men. That is going to be major when it comes to the Total War battles. So let's do exactly that. I have other tasks for him. Let's go ahead and bring him back. So we do now get access, I believe, as soon as that event does fire, to this guy as our character, and we'll be able to obviously utilize this kingdom as a tributary state now, I believe it is. Oh no, maybe I'm mistaken. So yeah, we just don't get that kingdom at all. I thought we'd maybe get reinforced by that, but it doesn't look like it. We just got our Nazgul back, which I won't complain. Again, a powerful Nazgul in our army that's going to help bolster our forces. Look at what a beautiful court we have going on right now. Just so many amazing orcs just hanging out, having a good time. I've even got Lawmaster Radbug right here whispering in my ear. Over here I've got Longor going ahead and thinking he's pretty goddamn cool, and plenty of artifacts and whatever that thing is right there. Can also form a holy order now, which I actually think will be pretty funny to do. This will give us access to some pretty cool units on the battle map, and yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and do it. So I'll go ahead and found it. That should obviously build up over time and give us some really good bonuses for just extra soldiers that we can go ahead and kind of add to our cause. And if any of my other minor lords want to go ahead and utilize that, I'm also happy for that. Oh, and actually immediately the holy order has been hired by the forces of Dol Guldur. So my other Nazgul up there going ahead and fighting into Lothlorien, and obviously Mirkwood and the Wood Elves to the north as well. And he seems like he needs it. He's actually currently kind of exchanging territory with Galadriel and her forces. I'm hoping the Holy Order can come in clutch and actually aid them some extra support, because it does seem like they need it. Okay, another dark ritual time as well. We have not, as the Dark Lord, it's pretty embarrassing, but we haven't actually been able to call the hordes once. Now, we don't necessarily need to call the hordes anymore because we have a lot of soldiers, but also I don't mind. Calling the hordes is pretty decent, because in my Isengard playthrough, we actually went ahead and got access to some Haradrim. That gave us Mumakil, elite archers, and shock infantry. So, oh my god, Sauron, come on, you're supposed to be the Dark Lord. Nice, finally, our fear tax is about to come into fruition. So it's going to give us loads more money for people who fear me, which they should, because I am the Dark Lord and I have like 600 dread. As well as that, we also get more levy contribution as well. So right now we're making, what, 34 gold. If we go ahead and pump this down, I think we will also have roughly around about 22,000 soldiers. Yeah, you can see immediately goes up. Our levies go up by about 2,000 more men. That's pretty nice. So I think what we're going to do, so War of Gondor is going to happen. Again, I want to take the southern parts of Filion and conquer that, but we also have a little bit of a minor war we can declare. It's going to be a very easy one, and one we probably won't end up fighting, but we can just go ahead and conquer this little bit of territory down there and bring him into the fold. So that's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to cost basically hardly anything. I don't think it's even going to be needed like to be a battle we're going to have to fight. Yep, the war is basically already won. Captain Sizzler has gone ahead and won the battle, captured the king, and then boom, we can enforce our demands, and then that's a nice little easy war. I wanted to basically go ahead and secure this just whilst we have the chance to basically give us a bit more of an advantage. With that war won, I think we're going to go and declare our second war against Denethor. I really want to conquer the southern, because to launch the invasion of Gondor, I need to have this part of Filion and this southern part as well. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Let's go ahead, and I think probably Holy War is going to be our best bet. Like, again, some minor rulers made joy, I don't care. I guess our other bet would be to conquer duchies as well. I mean, either or, doesn't really matter. I guess we'll just do this one. And there you go, boom, our next war against. We're going to need all the soldiers for this, so rally the men up quickly. We're going to need everybody together, because I imagine the Gondorians are going to be calling the banners momentarily. Oh man, and the very second we do this, the return of the King Aragorn heard his people crying out in agony. And here we go, in a grand ceremony and ministerium, Aragorn II, heir of Isildur and chieftain of the Dunedain of Arnor, have been proclaimed King of Gondor, High King of the Dunedain in exile, Lord of the West. He has proven his identity beyond all doubt, bearing Andoril, Narsil reforged, and his claims have been accepted by the lords and the people of Gondor. It matters little, though. We will conquer and destroy everything. And, you know, if it doesn't matter who's in charge of Gondor, you know, we will bring them to their knees, starting with our initial war. So our biggest problem right now in this war against Gondor, and of course Aragorn, is like we actually are struggling with supply. Our armies are just too big, like, to go ahead and field here. Now, we can, of course, just split them up and station them, which is something we are going to be doing. But yeah, like, our armies are actually just far too big for this war right now. Gondor are forming up down in the south, so we'll probably look to have a decent engagement. But look at that, they've got 4 chevrons right there. Yeah, lots of Citadel Guard, lots of archers, and some Knights of Diamond. That is not going to be an easy battle. The Dorian army is actually amassing in the south here, and it's looking pretty scary. 6,000 there, 6,000, and then obviously the 3,000 of their elite soldiers. But Rohan has also answered the call and the beacons. So what I think I'm going to try and do whilst we have the advantage is I'm going to try my best to basically cut them off right here and split them in half. Mind though, we have very low supply, so this is going to be hurting our armies pretty dramatically, but we can now just catch them. We should be able to have them in in piecemeal right there and just absolutely smash the army. 14,000 versus 6,000. It's going to be a pretty good victory and basically cut off any Rohirrim reinforcements. I'm going to bring my militia up as well to help out siege here, and then I think we're going to have to basically just this is perfect. We have 9,000 supply here. That's really good. Okay, that's basically we're going to be able to resupply our armies and then probably look to go south for a big battle. But I want to fight this one. I want to make sure that we minimize casualties as best as possible, so let's dive in. Also, why are the Gondorians using orcs? I mean, doesn't Aragorn like kind of go on a bit of a killing spree after the War of the Ring, and they kind of like exterminate these guys? Well, Gorshag has turned sides. We'll make sure if we capture him, he is getting his head sliced clean up. Pretty cool map we've got right here. It's like one of the I guess swampy maps on the battlefield. But a really funny thing has happened. So because their leader is an orc, for whatever reason, I don't know what's happened, just those CK3 things, but because their leader is an orc, that means that their army is made up of orcs. They have Rohirrim there for the men-at-arms that Rohan have. But yeah, the rest of their army is just orc traitors. So we're going to be going on a bit of an orc-on-orc action here, which, hey, I'm totally here for. We're going to slaughter them and punish them for deceiving and going against the Dark Lord himself. Then having to deal with Gondorian militia, because let's just tell you, from my own experience, this Orc rabble is not very good, especially the goblins. So, hell yeah, if we want to go on Orc and Goblin on Goblin, I'll take that over Men-at-Arms. One of the nice things as well, the developers have actually said in the most recent dev post they put up of the Crusader Wars is they're making maps 25% smaller, which is, I think, is going to really help with the AI, who's kind of struggled to find you on the battle map just due to how the Rise of Mordor line of sight is set up. So that's going to be a big boon as well right there. It's going to make these battles feel a lot smoother and a lot more engaging. Okay, so there's their army. As you guys can see, it's a bunch of goblins. It's so funny. I don't know, like, what's happened here, but they also have, like, the Men of the Mark as well, the Scouts of Rohan. I think there's some Knights of Erelingus in there as well. Somewhere, some, yeah, Errors of the Gap, which are Horse Archers, and then just tons of goblins, orcs. This could be a scary unit. Obviously, the Guards of the Teeth we're going to have to deal with and try and take out quite quickly, but it shouldn't be too difficult. I've basically set my army up in a pretty good counter-offensive. I want to try and use my archers to drag them into this gap like so, and then we kind of hit them from this side. We wrap around here, hit them from there, and then my main body comes in and basically deals them there. So we'll utilize their defenses against them. As soon as we get into archer range, they come rushing forward. They're going to be launching a bit of a cavalry strike against some of my goblin war band. So we're going to probably need to reinforce that if we can, but what we could also try and do is like envelop them as they try and move in. So yeah, let's take our spearmen, push up, because they will do pretty good against this unit of goblin warband. These guys are not specifically designed to deal with anything, even like elite cavalry they're going to struggle against, or even medium cavalry they're going to struggle against. We can use our numbers and try and kind of scare them off a little bit, reform that line. More cavalry charges here. Definitely going to probably push up my Guards of the Teeth, utilize my archers to probably hit their own horse archers, and just let them come in. We're going to really utilize that triaxis that we kind of made famous in the last episode here. Going to use my Uruk archers as well to really focus down their missiles in the distance. I want to bring them down as quickly as possible. Them horse archers can really start to rack up the kills. Brought my Guards of the Teeth as well. This unit will just absolutely demolish anything. But yeah, the infantry for once is actually pretty well matched on our battlefield. They also have a unit of these Uruks as well. I can't even get these Uruks yet. I really need to, because they'll make a perfect front line. But yeah, it kind of sucks that they have it and we don't. A big boy flank over on this right-hand side. I've got some of my goblin warriors just moving up. Very fast, light infantry. And we're going to try and push in. I think I'm going to have to, like, yeah, bring around my javelins as well to deal with them Guards of the Teeth. So whatever way you guys want to get around, please get here and then start throwing javelins in. I can use my elite cavalry to scare off theirs. And then this infantry can just start putting some pressure on. And as you can see, off in the distance, my hordes are running forward. Yeah, I mean, these guys aren't going to do a lot of damage. We're going to bring them up regardless and just throw them in. I also do have some good axemen here as well if we wanted to. We could throw some of these guys in. They'll just destroy the goblins. So yeah, we should look for like places where they just have light infantry. The Uruk Throng we should avoid, and just send in these Orc Pillagers, who are great offensive units, and just basically send these guys in to cut down the goblin hordes. It's like that apart from the Hobbit, where they're like, oh, there's only a couple of hundred goblin mercenaries, we'll take care of them. And it's like 2 of them. And it's holding really nicely. I was going to say, I wonder why, but it's because they've got their Mouth of Sauron units right there, the elite guard of Mordor. That's why. That's going to be cutting through infantry. I think they also have the unit there, Uruk Throng here as well. But yeah, I've already managed to clear up this right-hand side, dealing with their javelins and basically killing them. Right-hand side, we are still having to deal with some of these Orc Goblins right here, which are stopping me from shooting the Mouth of the Teeth in the back, who are going to be quite easy to deal with once we can kind of bring our spears and the other javelins around. The rest of our cavalry is having fun, though. Yeah, I mean, the battle is obviously won. It's just how many soldiers are we going to lose until that does kind of fall into our favor. And the answer to that is not long whatsoever. Their front line broke almost immediately. We now have javelins ready to throw into the back. Their general has just broken, and that's going to be the battle. It's just these Guards of the Teeth, which hopefully we can just break. Yeah, there you go. Boom. Awesome. Easy battle as we expected, but a battle I wanted to fight just to minimize casualties and really reduce them. Hopefully we also caught some of their units as well. But let's clean that battle up. We're going to break them. Yeah, I mean, this is perfect. If we can split the Gondorian armies in 2, that's going to be amazing. So yeah, let's push back down. We're going to obviously utilize here to get some supply. Split this army in half as well. Probably leave one of the armies that we have here. We have 2, right? Yeah, one of the armies can stay here for supply. The other one can move off and, yeah, resupply. We're just going to basically kind of hold this line using our siege force to kind of conquer and take it with the catapults. I mean, realistically as well, we should probably hire some more artillery pieces as well just to kind of speed up sieges. Okay, the main fighting force is fully stocked up, so let's push down here. Let's push down here and let's just fight this big battle. Whilst that's going on, though, I might also just send down our siege army. I mean, our siege army does need to resupply a little bit. So let's leave that back there, but let's send the main bulk of our army down south. And yeah, let's just get stuck in here. They are already fighting one of my vassals, it seems. And I'm hoping we can just straight up catch them here as we go in. I mean, they are fleeing from us, which is never a bad idea. Can we catch them? We can't catch them across the river, but that's probably for the best, because I don't really want to engage that army across the river. We'll bring in this force as well, and yeah, boom, we'll be able to capture that and yeah, win the battle. 15, this is going to be a huge engagement as well. 15,000 versus 20,000. Man, that's going to be crazy. Let's do it. Oh my god, this is Aragon as well. Aragon versus the Witch King. Imagine if we capture him here. 17,000 soldiers versus 16. Basically, yeah, 17,000 versus 12,000. This is going to be a major engagement. Look how many men-at-arms they have as well. Woo! Look at them two forces standing across from one another. They have a lot of decent infantry. The Knights of Darmroth as well, I am super scared about. And look at the terrain battle map as well. They have like this mountain pass that I doubt they're going to utilize it, but yeah, this is going to be a full-on battle. Hey, how's it going, everybody? What's this? Just a casual 26,000 man battle? Yeah, I think it is. Aragon versus the Witch King, the hordes of Mordor against the Gondorian elite armies. I mean, what more could you ask for? And I feel like if we win here, we basically dominate the war. We take the southern parts of Athilion, and we can then almost, I think, yeah, I mean, fight one more war, and then we can launch our invasion of Gondor and basically progress on from there. I'm also hoping that maybe we'll be able to capture Aragon in this. We have Faramir, I think, still in our prison. We should really torture him. I forgot about Faramir. We should, yeah, after this battle, we should really go and pay him a visit. Okay, here they are. Their army is coming into view. I'm actually going to deploy some of my goblins to destroy these spikes, because I know I'm going to go running into them with my cavalry. So let's just do that. It seems like they are going very heavy on this left flank, and the denser the battle, the better it is for me. So let's go shift over majority of our own forces. We'll get a nice little triaxis going, as we've been saying, has been really efficient and very, very useful. Let's bring these guys over immediately. Their archers are going to be annoying, so we need to bring our own archers over to help deal with that. They're going to destroy all them spikes, which is amazing. And yes, so it begins. So it begins. The Darmroth Knights are actually charging me here. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be an easy engagement. They've got spears reinforcing them, but let's move up our own cavalry, because if we can take them out early, that is going to be big. We're also going to have to really dig deep to try and win this battle. Oh my god, Aragon is going on a daring charge on his left-hand side as well. Look at him go. Do we send maybe the Witch King out to duel him? Oh, that'd be so epic. We're going to also have to deploy our reinforcements soon as well. They really caught me off guard. A large portion of my army just isn't really involved here. Let's send you guys off there with spear support. We have more infantry we can reinforce here. We got our archers coming over to help out with that main fight. Yeah, boom, they're charging me there. Aragon is just daring. Where's my general? The Witch King needs to get over here ASAP, because Aragon and his Knights of Darmroth will be slaughtering me, and my orcs will not stand a chance. Look at them, how beautiful they are. The battle line, I think, as I said, we have, what, 10,000 of the men of Gondor right there. I mean, look at that. It's amazing. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's going to be a hard battle to win for sure. My spears are flanking, and we've dealt with one of the units of Knights of Darmroth, which is good. Let's start putting pressure on them. Again, I don't really know where their Citadel Guard is. We're going to have to try and focus on killing a large portion of their weak units first. That's how we win these battles for sure. And we have already had to commit a large portion of our better soldiers in this fight. Not the end of the world, though. We can deal with the Knights of the Darmroth, get around. That's going to be perfect. And you can see so much of my army is still just moving over here to resupply and resupport. Let's get on some of them cavalry. We've managed to scare off Aragon a little bit. Let's keep on pursuing him as best as we can. I think we've got him a bit pinned. And then let's maybe move up some of our shock infantry to where they don't have Citadel Guard. Yeah, this left flank is very much looking kind of thin. Let's move up there. Cavalry is coming around. We can help deal with that. Or do we maybe go after more Knights of the Darmroth? I don't know. We have to reinforce there for sure. The archers are a little bit messy. Yeah, we have to go in there. And hope that we can resupply. I maybe went a little bit too deep there with my cavalry. I think I maybe did, but we have another unit back here as well. So let's bring that around and reinforce this fight. Aragon pinned. The Witch King has him surrounded. There's no way Aragon makes it out of here alive. I don't see it happening whatsoever. The Knights of the Silver Swan look so beautiful as well. I love their armors. So goddamn cool. But yeah, unfortunately, they'll be buried in the dirt. It does not mean that we are assured victory, though, one a bit. Our units are struggling on this front line. They really are. We need to get this cavalry around. We need to reinforce and then maybe try and get some more axe infantry in here. Citadel Guard, Gondorian militia, all that stuff is going to be scary. But we have killed that general. We have killed that general. That's going to be big. Let's keep on reinforcing our line because, yeah, these orcs are just not cut out for this style of combat. Especially when it comes to these Gondor sword infantry right here. These are proper Gondorians, and they'll just be slicing like my goblins down like butter. They really will be. But with, you know, Aragon going down, that's going to help out kind of massively. If we can continue down just to deal with these archers, maybe, you know, kind of rout a few of the spear militia, that's going to be big. And as I said, now that we're moving in the Orc Pillagers as well, that should also help out. The Orc Pillagers should be a good match for the Gondor spear militia and start to really inflict some good casualties on them. Yeah, you can see the news of Aragon going down is shattering this left flank. That's perfect. As I said, we need to really try and thin up this battle line. But the longer we have, the longer the battle line we have, the more kind of dangerous it is for us, because that means basically the more they can kind of 1v1 us. They also have a unit of guards of Ladris as well. Is this like Elrond? They have some elves here as well, an elite group of elves helping to support Aragon. Yeah, I mean, killing them is going to be important. Let's continue to focus down this though. The Witch King can go in on their archers. We've got reinforcements coming in as well. Yes, we break them. Good. Bring out more of our Servants of the Eye and just keep on pushing. Javelins coming around the flank. That's good. Nice. More soldiers there, especially the Orc Pillagers. That's going to be a beautiful charge into the flank there. The Orc Pillagers should rack up a couple hundred kills here, no doubt. And I love just looking at our hordes moving. Such a large-scale battle. And yeah, you can see we're down to 12,000 from 17. They're down to 7 from 11, basically. So it's a pretty even battle. Both sides are taking pretty heavy casualties. The AI has also kind of broken me here in the center, so let's kind of plug the gap with some of our reserves. We have very few reserves actually left now, but the AI is still putting up a pretty impeccable fight. We do need to obviously utilize our war cries here as well, try and break some of their units, especially these archers. The sooner they go, the better off we will be. You can see just how brave the Citadel Guard are fighting in the midst with the Gondor militia. I mean, again, I've managed to crush the right flank, but they are just cutting through my center like nobody's business. This is dangerous. Luckily, my orcs do come back fairly quickly from routing, so we can utilize that. I am losing a lot of cavalry here, though. Oh, nice. Here's some javelins right here in the back of these Gondor swordsmen. This is perfect. Come on. No, don't charge. Don't charge. Don't charge. Okay, now throw your javelins. There we go. As they break as well, and they take, what, an additional 40 casualties? Yeah, oh my god, that was brutal. I love to see it. I love to see it. Let's bring back our cavalry. I don't think I can afford to, like, keep on trying to chase them. I think we have to commit here just to, like, winning the front line, because as you can see, our center is breaking. Luckily, we just have numbers upon numbers here. But that's not good. This is not good, boys. Okay, the next goal is to really try and break this section of the line. I mean, I say that as they're breaking my section of the line. Oh my god, we are crumbling here. Luckily, our javelins can still get stuck in, and we have some reinforcements here. We need to make sure that we utilize this cavalry perfectly. We can't overcommit it in any sense of the word. We need to make sure that we are just throwing in soldiers perfectly. This battle is nowhere near won. Gonna go over a nice little triple charge here. Pop the war cry. Throw some javelins in there. That should see a unit of Gondor militia just broken. We kind of need those. We need to just, as I said, thin out their numbers as best as we can. That way the javelins can be utilized elsewhere. Then go flying into the back of this unit of Gondor sword militia. Yeah. Keep on going with my cavalry. The Witch King is going to have to commit here 100%. Nice. Some more cavalry back as well. Let's bring that back. The javelins can bring their way back around. I'm leaving some soldiers back here to rest. Obviously, as they get tired, they get worse at fighting. So I'm kind of bringing them in ready to commit them when we need to. We keep on using our war cry abilities as well. If we can break this big section here, that's going to be absolutely massive, because then it just means we have to deal with this. And I think dealing with this is winnable. If this doesn't break soon enough, then we're going to be in a bit of a hard situation. More Orc Pillagers here going into the side of the Gondor and the Citadel Guard, who are just fighting ferociously. We are cutting them down, though. Like, even our weak units are getting through them. We're up to 600 kills, though. That is crazy right there. Oh, but look at that big rout. That's what we want to see. No, more of my line is breaking. Oh, my God. Come on, just hold. That's all I need from you guys, is just to hold that a little bit longer. Yes, another good cavalry charge right there. Again, it's just on Citadel Guard, though. That's the problem. problem. We need these javelins around. I need to kind of deal with this unit of spear militia so I don't have to worry about it. We are breaking here, though. We are breaking these guys, which is really good. We've got javelins there firing into them. We need this unit of Gondor sword militia broken. More reinforcements. They're just routing, coming back, routing. How have we not killed these guys? Yeah, the Citadel guards are always such a pain. Javelins push up. This cavalry just charge into these guys like downhill with a war cry. Yeah, we'll be fine here, I think. They are forming. They are forming, but we are going downhill. We've war cried them. And I think that's a beautiful charge. That's exactly what we needed right there. Is that enough to break them? It's going to be, I think. It's going to be. Javelins now can fire in. And I think I'm just, instead of just trying to kill the Citadel Guard, I'm really focused on just trying to like kill everything else. Because if it's just the Citadel Guard left, we can deal with that. We can deal with that. We can rout that. We can surround it. And there you go. The battle is won. Oh my, I was really nervous there. Really, really nervous. And I mean, it looks good, right? It looks like we have a lot of soldiers left. But keep in mind, like all of this, probably a good... Well, how many men do I have left? How many men do I have left? 6,000. A good 5,000 of them could easily just mass rout at any moment. So even though it looks really good, keep in mind what I'm using. And basically, if these units are looking low, then the entire army is looking low. Luckily, though, our elite cavalry did good. And that's always going to be the case in these battles. Like, the AI isn't going to be able to utilize the cavalry as well as, say, we are. I do think, though, for the next battle, we might actually ramp things up to legendary difficulty. We've been playing on very hard, so what I might do for the next battle is ramp that all the way up into legendary difficulty, so that, again, the battles just continue to stay a little bit more difficult and interesting there. You know, look at that. We absolutely smashed that army. I love that. I love that a lot. Did we manage to get any prisoners at all? Yeah, we decimated their actual men-at-arms, and then their knights as well. I think we did a pretty good job. Yeah, we cut through. Nice, yeah, we managed to kill this guy. Oh, that's pretty good. The War Chief of Lorgath. I remember he goes ahead and has some really good axemen in his army. So we managed to kill him. That's pretty good. Who was he killed by? By War Chief Lorgath the Cruel, which I think is a custom orc. I'm going to make sure I try and do this more as well, where I actually look at the characters, see if any of my characters got killed, any of their characters got killed. So that way we can basically go ahead and see the events of it. Yeah, War Chief Lorgath. I'm pretty sure he's a new character, actually, which would be pretty cool. We also captured one of their lords as well. And then we also, yeah, captured 2 of them. Perfect. That's awesome. So I'm kind of turning into a lunatic. I kind of feel like that's okay, though, you know, like I kind of feel like that's fine, but we're a lunatic, you know, we are the Dark Lord after all. Oh, Radburg right, you know, making decisions. This is really cool. The war's still raging on, by the way, and we are winning it. We just need to siege down some stuff, and we're just scattering the Gondorian armies. Even though CK3 just replenishes people like they're nothing, we're still able just to kind of keep up the pressure, and we have kind of enough soldiers not to really have to worry about this. But here we go. One of my vassals, one of you guys, are too scared to speak, and I like that. My council should be scared of me. We'll keep on gaining more and more of that extra experience. Let's kind of make our way down here so we don't get jumped, and just keep on siege. Oh, we're fighting. What, we're fighting Aragon? Oh my god. What's happening here? I didn't mean to do that. I'll take it. I'll take the victory, though. There's some pretty big things as well. So, yeah, the Witch King killed, what, 2 of their characters? And then we managed to capture 2 of the other ones. Hell yeah, the Witch King popping off. And boom, the war has been won. We got started getting some ticking war score right there. And our first victory against Aragon has now succeeded. Boom, we will enforce our demands, and yeah, victory is ours. I love it. I love it. Mordor grows, and yeah, now we just have to take these 2 settlements up here in the north, which should be really quick. I think I might just fire like a very small war, maybe even do it off camera, and then what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to launch the final invasion of Gondor. In celebration of that, and obviously in celebration of our war, I think what we should do is we should start constructing Grond. I mean, why not? If we're going to be launching a war against Minas Tirith itself very soon, I think it's only fair that we begin the construction of the mighty battering ram. Oh yeah, so that's obviously why we don't Holy War. I know it's easy to do, but this is why we don't Holy War, is because the Lord gets to keep it and he just hates me. So we're gonna have to probably, like, I don't know, try and kill him or something, or yeah, revoke his title. Yeah, we should have just normally claimed it. That way we would have been able to give it to orcs. But yeah, I'll probably try and sort that out as well off camera. And then the final thing in this episode, here we go. Grond, Hammer of the Underworld, Breaker of Cities, at last is ready to be unleashed on its foe. And we get an army of one at Barad-dûr. Is it going to be there? Is it going to appear, or is it going to be in my men-at-arms? Oh, yes, my men-at-arms right here, Grond. We better not lose it because it does, what, 6 damage to sieges, whereas my artillery does 0.5. Holy, we're going to be able to rip through Gondor with this. Why didn't I build this before? But with that, we are going to go ahead and call it an episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you're enjoying this series, drop a like and a comment down below. It helps out massively and goes a long way. And I think, what, next episode, we're ready to invade Gondor? Why not? Yeah, invade Gondor, probably fight one of the final wars. It seems like Isengard have launched their assault on the men of Rohan, which is great for us. We should definitely utilize that. The longer we go ahead and use that, the better. And yeah, his war is for the entirety of the Riddermark. So if he wins that and we invade Gondor, then it's GG, right? It's GG. So once again, big thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and fish out.